Hey guys, welcome to another new episode of Lifestyle Today. I'm your host, Justine Santinello. Now that school is really back in full swing, I'm sure that all of the other parents out there are just like me right now. We're in over our heads in schedules and activities, birthday parties, really just all things kids. But the silver lining? Finding a kids show that you can watch as a family, but that you as a parent actually enjoy, which brings us to our first guests of the show. Bluey is my daughter's favorite show. So producers Sam Moor and Daley Pearson are joining us now to talk all about the new season. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, Justine.
Hi, Justine.
All right, so we're all familiar with the show, of course, but can you tell us a little bit more about what it's like working on the show? What goes on behind the scenes that we don't see?
Well, I think we can both have different answers on that. Very much sort of same answers, though, but it's been 5 years of pretty much tireless work, I think, from about 50 or 60 people in Brisbane, Australia. That's where we're talking to you from. And it's really dusk till dawn work to make every episode a little bit better than the last.
Yeah, and what amazes me is the care and the attention that every artist puts into everything that they do. And I think Daley said they get better and better every season that we've done.
All right, so what can we expect to see in the new season?
Oh, well, I've got a couple of episodes I'd love to highlight. There's one called Parcel, which is Lucky's dad is shocked to find out that there's a present in every layer when you play Pass the Parcel, and he wants to play Pass the Parcel like when he was a kid with just one present in the middle. And I think that's going to divide the way birthday parties are run, and it's going to change everything. There's also another really lovely episode called Rain, which virtually has no dialogue, and it's got the beautiful music of Geoff Bush, and I think that will just really surprise audiences. There's lots of heart, lots of humor, lots more fun and games with mum and dad and the girls at home, lots of cooking, just lots more games, lots more laughs, and lots of heart.
All right, now being a parent who actually watches Bluey, this is one of the few shows for me that I feel like we watch together and I actually enjoy myself. You know, if Parker leaves the room, I find that I'm still there watching it. So how did you guys go about finding that balance between making this a show that kids love, but also a show that parents really like?
Well, it's a show made by parents really for their children, but it's also a show made by parents for their parents' friends. You know, this is what we're going through. This is what's happening. And I think the idea that the show is made very much for friends and for family, I think that is what's made it what it is. Nothing will get out of Bluey that doesn't make us laugh. But there is an enormous amount of responsibility and love put into and attention put into the idea that this is a show still it's a preschool series designed as a family comedy, I think, or in disguise as a family comedy. And that you're watching it like that is just beautiful to hear. So it's so happy to hear that.
All right. Now, what I've always liked about the show personally is that you guys tackle some, harder topics, but you do it very easily. Are there any topics this season that we're going to see that were really fun for you guys to tackle on the back end?
There is an episode in this, the ones you're seeing now, called Curry Quest, which is it's about Bingo learning to deal with dad going away. And so, that's a really lovely one. But the message is always slightly hidden. It's kind of like hiding the veggies in your dinner. So we don't like to make them sound like lessons that kids are learning things. But there's definitely a few this series that will have a few of those moments that where the kids are learning through their experiences.
I want to ask you guys, the popularity of the show, the explosion that's happened over the last year or so, we know that it happened first in Australia, but now here in the US, what do you guys think about how popular the show has become?
I don't think we've gotten the half of it yet. We're just starting to feel it a little bit, Sam's. We always try to write back to everybody who writes to us. We're finding that increasingly difficult. We've got a lot of letters from families across the US, and we're starting to hear through social and people picking it up and starting to play the games. It feels like what Australia was just before Australia kind of exploded. But you guys are 300 million people. We're only 20 million people. So I don't think we're quite buckled up for what may be to come. We're so happy about it. But we feel like if it keeps going what it's going like, which is amazing, there may be a bit of a wave coming towards us. But it's a very happy feeling.
Thank you guys so much for being with us. This was a pleasure and definitely going to score me some points with my daughter.
Thank you for sharing, Bluey. Thanks for welcoming us. Thank you for letting us talk about it. And we really hope everybody loves this season as much as the last. It's such a privilege to make it for you. So thanks very much.